Little bit about surrealism, I'm going to introduce to you your project. We are going to do a little bit of throwback to one-point perspective. You're going to be creating a surrealist op art room. What? Op art and one-point perspective? Yes, you know what both those things are. So let's take a look. Op art, you should know what that is by now. It's short for optical illusion. We did 2 projects on op art and we explored it and some of its artists like Bridget Riley. What is surrealism? Like we just discussed, surrealism is a 20th century avant-garde movement in art and literature which sought to release the creative potential of the unconscious mind. One of the ways it was accomplished this was through the irrational juxtaposition of images, like you see here in The Son of Man by artist Rene Magritte. It is a great example of surrealist work. So surrealism, it often contains elements of surprise, unexpected juxtapositions, distortions of reality, a dreamlike subject matter, and interest in the subconscious or dreams. So, we are going to be creating a surrealist op art room. For this project, you will be utilizing one-point perspective. You will need some supplies. You will need some magazines that you're going to be cutting, some glue, a ruler, a pencil, and some markers. You can create this image within your sketchbook, but I would suggest using a bigger page paper that you can pick up at any Dollar Tree. So, in the art, the vanishing point is on the horizon line. Remember those terms? At which all of the receding parallel lines appear to converge or come together. Look carefully at this artwork. About where do you think the vanishing point is? Explain your reasoning. I kind of think it might be somewhere around this lady. So explain why this artwork is an example of surrealism. You should remember what surrealism is from our previous video. Why do you think this is an example of op art? So think about, how does this artwork make you feel when you look at it? Why do you think it makes you feel this way? This is a great way to analyze any piece of artwork. So, again, the supplies you're going to need. You are going to need a piece of white paper. You don't have to worry too much about mounting it on this black paper if you don't have it. You are going to need a ruler, a pencil, an eraser, markers or Sharpies, scissors, and magazines, and a glue stick. So your first step is you're going to prepare your background. This is if you are using a background piece of black paper. You can draw designs, paint on designs, or you could use another piece of cardstock another piece of designed paper behind there. But I want you to focus most importantly on creating your op art room. So within this slideshow, I'm not going to read you these step-by-step directions. You can use these step-by-step directions in your sketchbook, and I'm going to put the slideshow in your Google assignment to create your room. Now this is just a throwback to some of the perspective work we have done. Always draw with pencil first. This example uses Sharpie just so you can see it. You're going to draw with pencil and then go over it with Sharpie. And at the end of the instructions, you should have a room that looks something like this. You are then going to create a background, much like this. They cut out these pieces to put on your background. This is up to you if you want to do this or not. Like I said, you can utilize your sketchbook and just draw the room into your sketchbook. They chose to do the floor in different colors. I would encourage you to do this. And see here, they mounted it on their background piece of paper. Again, you don't need to use this background piece of paper. You can just do this within your sketchbook. They then cut out a bunch of magazine images of anything interesting or anything they thought surreal or anything that jumped out to them. and created a surrealist composition, much like you see here. Some images peeked out from behind other images. The composition definitely made a bit of sense. Make sure you place them before you glue them down to make sure you get them exactly where you want them. Once you have finished your placement, glue everything down. And you have created the Surrealist art room. Now, all you have to do is take a picture and submit this with your assignment. If you have any questions, it's always great to ask them during our virtual office hours or any other time you can get a hold of me via email. I'm always here to answer questions. All right, good luck and have fun in creating your Surrealist art room.